thank you for coming. And I'm very humbled and blessed that you guys participated in the little competition I put out to share my insights or the little I know. I'm still learning like you guys, and I'm still, there's still higher heights to reach. I'm not in any height. I'm just maybe, I know a little bit more, but I'm learning, and we are all gonna be conversating, and I am gonna share what I think is important. You may know some things that I do, you may not know, but I want to make this more of a conversation than just me bombarding you with information. I grew up in Soweto. I'm born with a twin brother who is exactly like me. We share the same passion, everything. It's such a weird thing. Even the interest of girls, as they say. And cars and whatever. But in my journey, in my 37 years of living, one thing I've noticed that has been my trick to be what I am or to achieve the little things that I'm achieving is obsession. And I want to talk about obsession. It's not easy, and it's for some it comes natural. And I think that was a natural thing that I was born with, to be obsessed with things I like, same as my twin brother. And this obsession thing helps you where you are not good, because we are constantly growing. You know, we are constantly getting better. I wasn't born able to paint like this. I had to learn. I naturally gravitated to it. I wasn't born able to draw. I saw my dad do it, and in my mind I said, this is me. How I operate is I look at people I want to be like. The first thing that and not comparison, I go, I'm not a soccer guy, but I know Messi is an amazing soccer player and Ronaldo is an amazing soccer player. And I study them. How I study them is what makes them great? When they were kids, they were not naturally good. There's something they were doing that other kids were not doing. And I want to apply that method in everything that I do. When you are curious, you become obsessed naturally, because you're curious to know, okay, I love shoes. How do they make shoes? And then you realize, oh, they make shoes like this. Let me try and make my own shoe. Or let me I do a lot of stuff, as I say. So yeah, no, I do a lot of stuff. It's so hard to box myself. And as I grow, you'll see many elements of me. So when I and I'll bring this back to brand, and then I don't have to do it. I was in Janek, where they make this, and they were explaining how they make cognac. And to me, when I'm listening to this, I'm going, that process is crazy, and the patience needed there is ridiculous. I don't have the patience. What can I take from this and emulate that into my artwork, or take that process of craft and put it into my artwork? How can I also have a voice? Because there's guys who are amazing. There's Wanda Buhle, there's Nelson Makamo, there's George Kondo. These guys are amazing. I'm not competing with them at all. I just want to have my audience, or to be seen in that light, or even higher than that. How do I get to be seen there? What do I do that will get whoever that sees these guys as amazing to look at me and say, but there's that guy too who's whatever, disrupting or doing this however way. And how you do it, or how I do that, is I learn people. You know, when I started doing my art professionally, I said, what do I want from this? How do I want to be seen? You know, and that is very important, because when you do things for the sake of doing things, people will tell you who you are. So this comes back to the importance of telling your own story. You need to show the world who you are, not the world tell you who you are. You know. And I don't make money off poverty, but I make money off pride, authenticity of my personal growth, of my personal story. And I give people reason to believe in me without judging me based on the things I like. I can come in a Ferrari or Lamborghini, I'll still be me. It's not gonna be this guy's wearing shades, indoors that are black, and I'm going, don't talk to me. I like those things because an artist designed that, an innovator designed that. I enjoy that design. I won't buy it so that Niti, yeah, you can't, I'm better than you guys. Nah, I'm not better than anyone. I'm just a guy who's really living his dream. And this is how I look at life. And everything I do is what's very important for me is I must be having fun. Fun is important. If there's no fun in what you're doing, there's no success there. There's no success. And fun is change of mindset. My job, this is now my job. It's a 9 to 5. I have a restaurant which I was dreaming to have it. When I got it, I got a rude awakening. It's tough to own a restaurant. People have feedback every day. Hey, dude, your ribs are not good. Your burger is this. Hey, bro, you ran out of tequila. Hey, there's no Courvoisier. And you have to grow thick skin. And when I got my restaurant, to be honest, it was more of a glory thing. I also have a restaurant, it's like, yeah, I've got this thing. Then rude awakening, hey, it's tough, that thing. But you show up, you wear your big boy pants, I wear my big boy pants, show up, make it happen, and learn from it. And the lessons I'm learning there, I apply in everything that I'm doing. Failure is part of success. And success is not cars, houses, and all that stuff. Success is happiness. And happiness is free. The free things are the things that bring success. You can have so much money and be miserable and be suicidal, all that stuff. You're chasing the wrong thing. Yes, we love money. I love money because it gives me the things I like. I like the fancy t-shirts, the fancy kicks, whatever, like things that not a lot of kids have. But those things don't define me. And those things don't define success for me. Success for me is waking up and enjoying the simple things. The waking up and doing what I love. I come here and I sit with my brother. He sits beside it, I sit there, and maybe I'm invoicing, and we maybe reminiscing. We always talk about who would have thought we would be here. We must be grateful. Every day, me and my brother speak about this. And not that we're successful, or rather, yes, we are. We are successful because we're living our dream. I never thought I'd wake up and paint and someone would buy it. I never thought that would happen. Yeah, for ridiculous money. Off the record, feels like you're winning a lotto every day. But also getting to that is intentional. You don't get to selling your artwork at a big price by accident. You have to be intentional, but patient. The patience is the toughest part, because instant gratification, some of you started now and I've seen amazing, or some have been doing it, and you're going, when is my time? When is my time? There's no such thing as your time. There's no such thing as your time. There's everything in this time. How do you enjoy the present? Being present and going, I'm working with what I have. Yeah. There was a point where we were 21 or whatever. We just moved. We got a job in advertising, me and Justice. We moved out of home and we went to live in Rivonia. We were earning 3.5 each. We got an apartment that's 5.5 per month. You can imagine there's nothing. But we were like, Joe, we must leave home now. Yeah. And when we left home, our mom was supportive. She gave us most of the things we needed. And she said, if you fail, you know you have a home. Come back home. At least that cushion going, okay, you don't make that big step and go arrogant. Yeah, I mean, I think grand. I live in Sentin now, We're living in Sentin, we're eating porridge every day. But enjoying it. To be honest, I was like present in that moment. I was illustrating on my computer. I wasn't doing this stuff. I was like mostly doing stuff on my computer, doing flyers for people, selling laptops, hustling to make things work. There was no day where I was chilling in that little apartment going, life is tough. Even in that moment, I was like, Justice, who would have thought we'd be living in Sandton? There's success in everything. There's beauty in everything. And that's the key to growth. Because if you enjoy the moment you are in, you will grow. Gratitude. Because right now I can sit and say, I want a studio in Amsterdam. I want a gallery to represent me. Why am I not like Blessing Goveni? Why is not my artwork not $1 million rand? You know, why don't I have a gallery? Why am I not at Everett Reed? Why? You know, they don't owe it to you. Enjoy what you have. Like I make the best of what I have. And no one can tell me anything because I am enjoying it. For years, there was a point where I was like, when I turned 30, I didn't even own my own place where I was staying. It would hit me sometimes that, maybe you're in the wrong career. And I call myself back and I was like, there's people in a shack somewhere. I'm living in Kilani. And not to compare, but life is good, bro. Snap out of it. Yeah. Because there were days where I missed my rent twice. And my landlord's like, Fhatuwani, should I be worried? I'm like, no. I've got it under control. Because you make bad decisions. Sometimes you buy a diesel gene instead of paying your rent, hoping that someone will buy whatever and it doesn't happen. But the thing I'm trying to communicate is there's nothing perfect. We are all still figuring things out. In wherever stage I'm in, I may seem like I'm up there. I'm still figuring stuff out. There's another life principle I learned is that they say life is a slippery slope. It's like this. So some are up here, some are here. Everyone is dealing with a steep hill, regardless. Everyone, whether you are here or here, Zakad. It's tough, guys, for everyone. You must also learn to know when to maybe degrade, let go of things so that you open more space to go further. I did this, it was tough for me and it was a big ego tester for me. I had a fancy car and my fancy car was amazing at the time. Just started my business, I see a different you, and I left agency which had a safe salary, went to go work for my business with quarter of what I was earning, so everything is tight, but I'm still trying to live the same way I was living with a fat salary. You know, if I go to Kitchener's, I've got a budget, but now I don't have a budget for that. But you know, mentally I wasn't ready. I didn't know that salary cut is serious. I need to focus. So I kept my car for maybe 2 years, and then it got to a place I was like, no, man, I don't afford this thing. And yes, I'm seen as this guy who has this cool car, who dresses well. If I let go of this car, it's so much of my identity. Then I came back, I was like, but I didn't have this. This thing can't be the thing that defines me. For me to be able to be comfortable and create and focus in my business without stressing, I must offload some weight here. Sold my car, got a Polo, which was not the cool car apparently, but I've got A to B. But doing that, the next year I was able to buy my apartment and a Range Rover. If I wouldn't have sold my nice Sirocco, I would be driving it, but I wouldn't have afforded to buy a house and a Range Rover because everything is tight. And then when I let go of that, then I can see clearly. There's no pressure now. Going, okay, yeah, let go. And we mustn't be attached to things. Yes, like right now, there's a lot of nice things I have. I'm honestly not attached to them. I paint in my super expensive stuff because I afford them through this. Then now I must go, Rick Owens, I must, sure, yes, I must take care of my stuff, but I'm not really attached. The importance of self-branding as an artist. It's important. And why I say this is, I want you guys to do a thing for yourselves where identify the artists you like. Not just locally, internationally. Write them down. George Kondo, whoever. Look at them, study them, see how you can fit or get to where they are. And there's also a thing where people like to say, I need a seat on the table. There's no table. You must create your own. There's no table. Everyone's doing them. The guys you are trying to compete with or compare yourselves with are not thinking about you. You can learn from them, extract information from them, but don't compete with anyone but yourself. Speak to yourself. I like to speak to myself a lot, and I'll be in the studio by myself playing music. Sometimes I play music I used to play when I was living in Pinville Zone 4 in a futon or whatever that was super humble. And I remind myself of that hunger. And the hunger is not like stomach or hungry, literally. The hunger was going, I want to succeed. I want to have the beautiful things in life. And all those things are all relative, You must remember why you started. There's George Kondo, there's Basquiat, all those guys. They are no different from me and you. Now, no difference. The difference is they make things happen. They are not waiting for a gallery to pick them up. They are not waiting to be told that it's time. They are making that time. There's a thing I like to tell my friends, or we say it, millions or billions hit your account before they hit your account. You become a millionaire before it's in your account. It's by behavior, how you carry yourself. If you want to be seen as the best artist or photographer or whatever it is you want to be seen at, behave that way. I was in advertising and everyone was dressing like this and like they were, there's a thing with creatives. We don't take ourselves seriously. We like to be, me, I'm a creative. I drink a lot. So I'm not punctual. I don't focus. You will be that. And when I was in advertising, I walked in, I saw that behavior. I said, I don't want to be that. I became opposite of that. So when we go present our ideas to like Vodacom or MTN, I wear a suit. People buy your artwork before you actually tell them how much it is. People don't buy just that. They are buying into you. Why value is that? Because everyone can do this. The technical stuff is okay, man. I'm not so obsessed with technicality. I'm more obsessed in the branding. People buy into you. I think Basquiat, Jean-Michel, is not an amazing artist. Actually, he's not a technical artist. He's an amazing artist because people buy into him. They want a piece of this genius. His portraits are like a stick figure thing. Everyone wants to buy them. Why? Because he played games with them. Andy Warhol, his mentor and friend, was designing things that everyone sees. He took a can of tin of whatever. You see this thing, it's in your cupboard. He made it, put it there, you pay $1 million. Why? Because he gave you a reason why, value. And that's what I want everyone to take here. One of the things I want you guys to take there. Being an artist is not the technical part. The technical part is, I learned this in advertising. Your job as a creative, as an artist, is to sell. 90% of your job is to sell. Creating comes naturally because you constantly create. I think artists are obsessed with creating. This, for me, is easy to do. The hard part is, why must people buy this? Because I draw all the time. I'm at home. I'm drawing on my thing. I've got sketch pads everywhere. I'm painting. It comes natural. So you also learn the part where the obsession is. It's just you're creating this. But the creating is easy. I think the creating is easy. The hard part is value. And everyone has a reason to believe in the way they want to believe or live or do things, right? Personally, I don't believe in the struggling artist thing. Because remember, as people, you become what you say you are. People don't say, this guy's a thug or whatever. You are the thug. You become that, right? If you wanna be the businessman, you become that. You wanna be the successful artist who makes lots of money, you must become that. And becoming that doesn't happen to you. You must do it. You must leave it before it actually happens. The confidence in saying, yeah, this is my art. And obviously, I'm not saying go sell your artwork for R1 million. Jay, no one's gonna buy it. It takes time to build that. It takes time. There are no rules. And I want you guys to listen to this one. There are no rules. People set rules and red tape and say, if you do this way, you are not a true artist. Go away with your true artist things, please. Leave me alone. Let me be free, guys. Yeah. And this is not taking away from people being good. People can be good within those parameters. But who says there must be rules? If you want to take a stencil and trace your thing, do it. There are no rules. The trick here is, how does it look like when it's done? The process doesn't really matter. What the vision is important. It's not a lot of artists go, you don't use the projector, don't trace, don't do this. I don't use. I'm like, sure, all good, bro. It's your thing. I'm free, bro. I'm doing what I like, however way I want to do it. Your rules are yours. Go with your rules. I don't have rules. Yeah. So there are no rules. There's guys who say, the film camera is the authentic one. Sure, bro. I'm living in this world, bro. If I don't want that analog thing, bro, go with it. I'll shoot with my phone. My path has nothing to do with yours. At the end of the day, when a photo or whatever you created, when people look at it, will they go, he was shooting with a medium format, or he was painting with the oil and... People, no one cares. People go, what was he saying? What was this guy's message? What did he stand for? What are the things? What is he communicating? And this is important because the world, or we like to make things hard for ourselves unnecessarily. And I learned this from graffiti, so when I started graffiti, there were so many rules. You can't use paintbrush, you can't use this, you pressure, whatever. And it was hard, but I was like within the rules. And when you go to a writer's bench, this is where like all graffiti artists meet and they share ideas. And after they'll go do bomb trains, which is illegal and whatever. They had these rules, and I then saw the most successful graffiti artists didn't have these rules. Faith 47 didn't care about these rules. And this purism of, we the purists. And you'll stay hungry there. I don't want to stay hungry. I grew up hungry. I'm not trying to be hungry, guys. I want to eat Wagyu beef steak or Kobe beef. I want nice things, guys. And the nice things come with being smart. Don't work hard, work smart. Andy Warhol painted that tin for us. We're still going gaga about it. But everyone hated him for that. Where are they with the hate? Did they change the world? Did they show us that it's possible? What did they do? Just hate, hate, hate. People there's always negative speech or negative words and discouragement. Don't listen to that. Eye on the prize. What do you want to be? And you'll be discouraged throughout. Like things will be tough. You wake up, maybe you didn't pay your rent. It's tough, and this passion of yours is not paying. Go get a job. Be a waiter. Be a barman. Do this, because the formula to what I did as well is get a 9 to 5. Let it pay for your passion until your passion buys you out of the 9 to 5. Get a job. Us as artists, most artists go, I'm an artist. I'm not supposed to be working. Who said that? I'm in law, I hate it. I would be a lawyer if I was actually an academic. I'd be a lawyer and an artist. I own a restaurant. I never thought I would. There are no rules. Who said now? And like being an artist doesn't mean you can't do other things. Find means to feed this child in you, because it's your baby. The art, the fire inside you needs food. You know, when you build a fire and you don't give it air and you don't blow it, it will die out. And how do you feed that fire? You cover your basics. Get that call center job. We did it. Me and Justice used to do that. And that's hunger for me. When you are able to see opportunity where it doesn't look like it's opportunity. Because the 15,000 that my brother was earning was balancing us. But he sacrificed that because he knew that in the long run, it's gonna be better. Because we live in a life of instant gratification. Everyone does want LV kicks, whatever sexy chains I have, whatever things I have. Everyone wants that. But no one knows that it takes so much to get there, or to get to that. To be Jeff Bezos or whoever the Microsoft guy or whatever thing, or these guys that are big, you'll never know how much or what they went through to get there and what they go through to maintain that. But what I want us to learn from this is you must be willing to do anything to get to the place where you are also feeling happy with where your craft is. Even where I am, there's so many challenges. There's doubt, there's fear, there's like, I'm like, yo, what if I don't sell? Because I live off my art. What if no one buys my art? The next thing I must sell my house. I must downgrade, whatever. But that also fear is the humble thing. It's the thing that reminds you that nothing is permanent. And also, no one, what do they call it? No one is invincible. You can see Kanye, things are dropping on his side. I think he'll rise up again. But the exercise or whatever that's happening to him, it shows that even at the top you can fall. But when you have that fear and that humility, you need grounding. If the minute I think people are gonna buy this thing, then I'm entitled. Then I think, I've made it. And then the energy to my work will show. There's hunger in my work, but it's not hunger of pain and stuff. It's just hunger of, you can see this guy wants to be great. He's learning. He wants to be the next Picasso or whoever that is. And people buy into that because later in life, they'll say, we bought a Fhatuwani for 200,000. Today it's 20 million. That's how you maintain your value as well. When you're young, coming from where I come from, no one sees you or listens to you. To me, I would say, yeah, your loss. You'll know me one day. And by that time, it will be too late to know me personally, And it's not revenge, but I'm just going, yeah, your loss, buddy. Oh, good, let's keep it moving, And this is how I do my stuff. Even when I approach a lot of galleries, they don't owe it to me to take me as an artist or not. There's opportunities that come, some don't come. To me, I just go, well, you'll find me there. I'm going. My path is going. If this is not working, clearly it's not for me. We're moving forward. Maybe you'll come back and say, hey, dude, I think I'd like to work with you. Maybe at the time I'm way past the stage that you can present to me. And no hard feelings. I'll go, it's all good, I'm there. I'm running that side. Sorry, guys. I think you need to have a great relationship with failure. Because failure and victory, they work hand to hand. If you understand that, then you won't lose the fire. Because your fire can be dimmed by stupid things. You've painted 100 pictures, or you've taken 100 photos, painted 100 artworks, no one's buying. That can dim your fire. And that's not failure. It seems like it's failure. But in no time, that exercise and that feeling of feeling weird and going, what am I doing wrong? When you get it right, everyone will get all that stuff that never worked at the time. And it doesn't come overnight. Don't give up, because also it's you'll never know when that switch happens. But also your attitude towards what you do must not be, I want the blow up. You must be able to do it when you can't make anything of it. When you are not celebrated, when you are not seen, you must still be able to do it. You know, I will paint until I die, regardless of who buys or not buy, or who likes or doesn't like. It fuels the fire in me. And this is what I also want you guys to take. Do what you love for love, not for money, not for recognition, not for applause, for you. Because imagine if none of that is there, will you be able to do what you're doing? If you can't do it, then stop it, quit it. It's not yours. You know, if let's say the world changes and this stuff doesn't sell, this stuff makes me happy. I'd rather keep it for myself. And the more I do it, the more happy I become. And the more I do it, the more connected to my inner child. My inner child is that 16-year-old I'm talking about, who used to walk and sell CDs, and like one day I'll be like, you know, and that for me is what I live for.